Servus, liebe Freunde der Sonne. Today's video will be in English, simply because I want to have it for a wider audience. Not that I have that much of audience, but anyway. So, we will take a look into the mod Thance. It's a mod for Siege of Avalon. It takes part long before the main game starts. So it is a big kingdom before the seven kingdoms were introduced. So firstly we have, or rather it should be like, we have a chapter selection, not mod selection, because the game itself will have time skips. Simply because I don't know yet, but it would be around about 200-300 years. And of course this doesn't work for one person, simply because, well, how long do you want to live? Especially this game takes part in the Middle Ages, so medicine wasn't that good. Yeah. Mankind didn't live that long during that part of time. So we're gonna start. Okay, well, firstly, the whole game isn't that, it's not that far developed so far, huh? Anyway, it's just to give a quick overview about the game. Let's start. So as you can see, we don't have any journals yet, but anyway. And of course, the whole conversations are in German, but I give my best to translate them while reading it. Not that it will work that good. So, soldiers, I've called for you today, this evening, because we got a mission which leads us to Galstein. So what are the details for the mission, Captain? There are problems with lizardmen. Yes, you heard right. Nobody knows from where they come, but their high is quite like ourselves, and they fight with primitive weapons. We have to stop them, or they will raid other villages. We will start in round about a half an hour, and we will pause in the forest, so that we will arrive in Galstein tomorrow. Yep. So that's it. So what is the mission so far? Well, we know that lizardmen occurred in a village. Nothing is known about them, so it's a quite new specimen. But before we can start, we need to get to our chamber for our equipment. And as you hear right, we have a new music for the game. Yeah, I like it. Good, and as you can see, we took the class Hunter, so we got a bow. Yeah, will be more easy in the beginning. And as you can see, we are in the forest now, early in the morning, and soon we will arrive in Galstein. Yeah. So we will go to Galstein. And the first fight will occur. We have those lizard men. And we have to kill them. Alright, so far we lost 2 men. And we have to speak to Captain Siegfried. The village is secured. But we need to get to know from where these lizard men come. Take up to 2 soldiers with you. The other people or other soldier will stay here just to be safe. For safety reasons, of course. Well, I think I start my search in the north. Correct. Well, will come from the forest. Alright, so the thing is, I don't know if it will be changed now or later, because we lost already 2 soldiers, and if I take 2 soldiers, there's nobody left to secure the village. Besides Captain Siegfried, of course. So I think it would be not bad to set something like, if there are only 2 people left, you can only take 1 with you. And if there's only 1 left, you cannot take anybody with you. So we will go into the forest and search for the lizard man. Oh, and of course I have to do it that way. Close combat, because we have the forest, otherwise bowmen and mages will walk quite at a distance. So it's like that. We have a distance, and the distance is from the old position in a circle. And if it's like we stand here, or rather the character stands here, and the new position would be in the circle roundabout here, and is here, he would go all the way that way. When he's here, and well, of course he cannot shoot to the enemies because the enemies were here, so he goes again. And close combat, or rather it's called in English narrow place, I think. The circle is halved, so he will roundabout go there. And the chances are more higher in forests that he will have still the ability to shoot at enemies. Anyway, just a bit of technical blah blah. Of course we want to gain some winning points, because as I've seen, we do not have enough strength, and due to one of the latest patches, the strength also is a malus for the damage with the bow if we do not reach the minimum, the required strength, in other words. So, and we found the lizard men, so at least we found some of them. And of course we have to kill them. Could it be that he is... a little bit too weak? No, he isn't. Alrighty. Then we might help him. Our bowman. I don't want to lose more soldiers than we had already. And we lost one. At the cave. So, as we can guess, the lizard men might come from the cave. Of course, if I had already visited the adventure log, I would have seen that I got a new one, but I know that I got a new one, so yeah. Further northeast, from Garstein, there's a cave. And it is guarded by lizard men. So this is where they come from, I guess. And we will report back to Captain Siegfried before we go into the cave. Just because that's our mission. We should get to know from where they come. Nothing more. So, let's report back to Captain Siegfried. What is there to report, soldier? There is a cave which is guarded by lizard men. This seems to be where they come from. Good work, Test Sepp. Here, nothing happened so far, so everything is fine here. Take the other soldiers with you and kill all the lizard men. So I guess this have to be changed in future too, simply because I cannot take more soldiers with me. But otherwise, if we change the conversation before, this one will be accurate again. Besides, if... No, nothing. It would be accurate. Anyway, never mind. Oh, one moment. You look a bit tired. Take some pause and... yeah, take some pause. We are not in a rush so far. That's simply because then I will be able to recover and we will save some time, or rather the people who play it will save some time. But of course, as a hunter, we are not that wounded, because we can run and shoot, not like if we are a fighter, of course. It's a pretty hard one. Well, let's go to the lizard cave. And we have to kill all the lizard men. Batch. Good. 3 so far. Ow. We might opt out, or rather high in our constitution. Let's do it that way. Oh, and of course, in caves, the narrow place option in the roster is also a good option, because, like in the forest, if your companion is here and has a big circle, he might go there while the fight is here, so he can't shoot. But if he's here, the circle is here, so he will be... It's a lot easier. Or rather, it's quite a quality of life improvement. Okay. Alright so far. I didn't test it so far with 4 people. simply because I didn't test that much. So this one is quite the test itself, because I wasn't there before. So it's a win-win situation. I can test it, and you can watch, or rather, you have a overview about Thance itself. At least for the first chapter, the first part of the main game, or of the main quest. And we found the Earth Force ring, which gives 1 strength. But we might pay attention to our health, simply because we are quite wounded. Oh, and I see we didn't get the quest so far. I don't know if the quest is already written to kill all the lizard men. That I'll have to see later. Yeah, well, we how is it called? Kampfstab? The staff, I think, simply the staff, isn't that powerful. Oh, and I see he's quite wounded. Maybe that's the reason why he doesn't fight anymore. But it's, of course, it's not that bad, because otherwise you would run into the enemy and will get killed. But us 2 bowmen will do the rest of our... It will work. And the cave is secured now. So we go back to Captain Secret and report back. So, as you can see, there's not that much of story, or rather lore, if you want it that way, of the game, but it's just a quick overview on what will await you. At least for the first chapter. And of course, I didn't show everything, because we are 4 forests. Alrighty. Let's see if that works, because I didn't test that either. So, what is there to report, soldier? I come back and want to report about my success. The lizard men do not suppose any threat anymore. Very well, very well. Still, this is all very mysterious. These lizard men are a complete new specimen. I hope that our sages will found the cause, or rather, from where they come from. We will take a corpse with us, so we can look at their body and see maybe there's some magic in that. Alright, we will go back to the castle. Correct. Luckily, Galstein isn't that far away from our castle, and we will be back in the night time. Yeah, so as we can see, this is not bug-free, I would say, because we are outside the castle. Yeah, but that's the end so far, because the game isn't further developed so far. But hey, 20 minutes, a quick overview of the first chapter, or rather the first part of the first chapter. Yeah, we will see next time. Servus.